let's go to the sheet metal room because it's really big. Rick's turn the light off when we go. Okay, now this is a big shop, okay? I mean, you could do B-17 wings in here. There's a roll-up door right there, okay? There's another roll-up door over here behind the briefing tent. So he's got two roll-up doors, and this one's open to the parking lot, but when you go through the parking lot the next time, if you look at the outside one there's an open space going through there, but right now there's bushes, it was the you know, the old Fantasy of Flight break smoking area, and there's grass there. So if we wanted to utilize that door, we'd have to put some pavement in, okay? And in the short run, I don't see that we need that if you can get in and out of here. And I'm thinking about it, there's a lot of potential for project stuff just in some of the shops. You know, because if you're banging rivets and all that stuff, you don't need to be doing it out there. You know, that's more for final assembly of like doing the B-24 or doing one of the B-17s or, you know, the B-29 or something. And what'll happen is when we finally figure out where we're headed with this, and if rides are a big part of the deal, then maybe we start looking at the B-24 and hiring people and getting that going and getting it going and using it as a revenue source. You know? Right here, okay, so the restaurant's up here, we're standing in the B-17 room. Well, in the long run, this is Rick's shop. There's the wall, this one right here, that's the machine shop. This is all the sheet metal shop over to here, and then that's where the little computer room is right there. There's the double doors, and they're not there now, but in the long run, there was two block walls that go up, so these rooms become like Fun with Flight Center project rooms, okay? So in the long run, I've always intended to completely wall off the restaurant, which Bob Ward agrees with now. So the restaurant stands alone, nobody has access except if we wanted to. There's those two closets. We could make an access from the hangar to the restaurant this way, back by the restrooms, but the intent is you come in and out of the main door. And you know, like I said, I like leaving this here because it's air-conditioned space. We've got it. Why not use it as a shop space? But we could think about what we're going to do for that. But I just wanted to show you in the long run, you know, that there was these two block walls which are not there now. So we've got flexibility from here all the way to the restaurant. Okay. So when you all go by, just happen to look at the door here. This actually could service the restaurant into the hangar, okay? So this all goes. Okay, so in the long run, yes, whatever use, you know, we can find something. I mean, obviously, all the gingerbread would come out of here. And then I think there are block wall rooms back there, so there's a potential office. There's two rooms that we used to use for gift shop storage and the auditing room where we keep the money and that kind of stuff. Behind this is a concrete wall that goes all the way down there, and this became a 25-foot project shop, just like Fun with Flight Center, except it may be, I think it's the same size all the way around. Yeah, see, this is the same as that, okay? So basically, that's the Fun with Flight Center. There was like 3 of these there. That looks a little bit wider than 25 feet. No, I think they're all the same. But anyway, the roll-up door that went outside of this deal is what we closed here. This is the outside of the building, and there's the roll-up door. And so when we built the gift shop, we just cut the door open, and this is how we used to close the gift shop. And there's actually another roll-up door down on the other one, but obviously this we could still use, but the other one's just hidden, so we wouldn't do anything with that. And then in the long run, this gets a wall here, okay? And we operate the restaurant out of here, but also you know, we talked about just hanging stuff up on the walls, and if we wanted to do any kind of little gift shop thing, we could do it basically kind of in here, and you know, we could put stuff behind the counter or something, you know. And then, like I said, the potential, if we wanted to finish people on the tour in the hangar, or start them in the restaurant, we could actually run them through this door back here, because this is all going to be block wall. You know, so anyway, okay, keep coming. Yeah, so one thing I'm excited about leaving the gift shop here is not only do we get a cool space, but I get to maintain the original entrance of the place, and I get to keep my little thing up there. You know, so I like that. We'll leave a little plaque on the wall. Wing Walk Air is going to go at some point. You know, it's going to get out of here, and it'll be moved over to the middle part of the deal, you know, because this is going to look like an airfield. But more than likely, where I'm thinking Wing Walk Air is going to go is that this is just preliminarily where we're thinking. We're still going to use the main entrance over there that we've got, and we think in the next iteration we can probably have all the parking on site here, okay, instead of having to figure out how we're going to get people from across the street and over there. And in the long run, or the short run, what I would love to be able to do, this would be my dream Act 3, is we build the other hangar on the other side, and we basically build another one of these buildings all the way down to the end of the pond. It goes all the way around, wraps into Golden Age. You got a cool frickin' Golden Age terminal that we fly the Ford Trimotor and all that stuff out of, and it basically is on the opposite side of the runway as the Golden Age seaplane base. So ideally, that's what I'd like to put in there. So if the parking lot ends up in there, and on the back side of the buildings are rooms that we can put immersive environments in. We can put immersive environments in the hangars. They become blank canvases for attraction elements. Storing some airplanes, the airplanes that we do the demonstrations in or whatever, you know, so we'll figure that out, and I'll get your input as we go. But what I see in that middle section over there, I would like to have one of a full-size icon sculpture, you know, the new one that I got from Weta. That it'd be like when you come in, it's kind of like the entrance icon thing or whatever. Two things. There's going to be a paint detail shop in here. It was always designed that way. If you basically take the mirror image of the equipment vehicle maintenance building and flip it over and stick it over here to kind of fit the angle. We have a paint booth here where we can roll a twin-engine bomber in and paint it, okay? Do we need it? Do we need something that big? I don't know. If you do it in pieces, you just spray it outside when nobody's looking. I don't know. But my original thought is this side, because this was open, you just tow the thing over and you stick it in. So I had envisioned a big paint booth. I envisioned a little paint booth. It probably makes sense just to have a space to go by a paint booth. So we designed a space so you fit an automotive one in that's got the floor thing, so the thing sucks down. We got plenty of lights, so we can be, the dope can dry in the winter time or when it's raining. You know, kind of like what Gene and those guys have down there. There was a second story. We were doing the fabric work where we do all the sewing. We have places where we're doing the rip stitching. This is where you got your clean rooms, big tables to blow up, to sew up like big long tables for balloon envelopes and stuff. Because at some point, you know, when we do like the Grand Palais one day, we're going to be building frickin' Dumont dirigibles and Montgolfier balloons and stuff like that, you know, so think that in mind too, because at some point I see us, you know, making all of that kind of stuff for the early flight display. That's kind of where we're at. I just wanted to get you all thinking about, you know, what's happening and talk amongst yourselves, come up with ideas, come up with problems you think we're going to have or whatever, and let's figure it out. See how the energy goes. Cool. Okay, so anyway, I just gave my aircraft department a tour of the facility, kind of related to my dream for the space here 20 years ago. You know, I think a lot of it's still relevant. There's a few things that have changed. You know, we actually, because of the fantasy of flight attraction elements and stuff, we actually had to change a few things, add a gift shop, But in the long run, everybody, I think, is on board. We've got hopefully heading towards the world's greatest aircraft collection. What I want to create is the world's greatest aircraft restoration and maintenance facility. So I gave them a little tour today, and they're going to think about it. We're going to come up with some ideas. We got to design another building for our paint detail shop, which has not been constructed yet. And we're looking forward to the future. So hopefully over the next couple of years, we'll get it figured out, and we'll start maybe digging some dirt and making changes.